You must have heard about the Arushi Hemraj double murder case. If not, detailed videos about the Arushi case are available on this channel. Do check them out. The Arushi case was one where the police and CBI, despite years of investigation, could neither identify the real killer nor prove the guilt of the suspected one. A year before the Arushi case, another similar incident occurred where a young girl was brutally murdered. Initially, the killer remained unknown, but subsequent investigations revealed shocking truths. We are talking about the Snehal Gaware case. This case was even more unsettling as new layers of truth were unraveled. Let us delve into this tragic incident and explore the events step by step. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do so and hit the bell icon to stay updated. The victim in this case was Snehal Gaware, a 21-year-old second-year student pursuing mechanical engineering at Sardar Patel College of Engineering in Andheri. Snehal was a bright and ambitious girl. Her father, Hindarao Gaware, worked at a bank, and her mother, Kalpana Gaware, was a school teacher. Snehal also had a sister, Sheetal, who was studying in London at the time. The Gaware family lived in Pune's Ninite Cooperative Society. Snehal was counted among the best students in her batch and had a keen interest in traveling. In June 2007, Snehal joined her college friends on a trekking trip. They had great fun, but shortly before returning, Snehal severely injured her toe during the trek. She was rushed to the hospital, where doctors advised her to rest for at least a month. Following the doctor's advice, Snehal stayed home for a month. On July 19, 2007, like any other day, her mother Kalpana left for school around 11 a.m., leaving Snehal alone at home. Her father had already left for work earlier that morning. When Kalpana returned home after finishing her duties, she didn't find Snehal anywhere in the house. Worried, she went to Snehal's room, only to find her slippers at the door, her bracelet, and her glasses lying on the table. Alarmed, Kalpana called out for Snehal, but there was no response. Panicking, she decided to inform her husband about Snehal's disappearance. When she checked her phone, she noticed a message from Snehal received at 3:28 p.m. When this SMS is opened, it's found to contain nothing but a blank screen, just a black SMS. After seeing this, the news of Snehal's disappearance is conveyed to her father. Additionally, Snehal's friends and several relatives are contacted to inquire about her whereabouts, but no one has any information about her. At that time, Snehal had a boyfriend named Hiran Rathore. They had met around 2004. Initially, they were just friends, but gradually, this friendship turned into love. Hiran Rathore is also called, but his mobile is switched off. However, after some time, his phone is turned on, and he claims he has no information about Snehal. By now, Snehal's neighbors and nearby relatives are also informed about her disappearance. They arrive at her house and start searching in all possible places where Snehal could have gone. However, no trace of Snehal is found anywhere. The family heads to the Ramnagar police station and registers a missing report at around 6:30 p.m. Even after filing the report, Snehal's parents, neighbors, and relatives do not rest. They continue searching for her late into the night but find no success. It was getting quite late, so everyone decided to go to their rooms to sleep. Snehal's mother slept on the large bed in Snehal's room, along with a few others. The next morning, Friday, July 20th, 2007, everyone woke up early, as the anxiety over Snehal's disappearance had prevented them from sleeping properly. Snehal's mother got up from the bed and noticed a water bottle lying near it. This bottle was usually kept under the large bed in Snehal's room. While picking it up, she decided to place it in the storage box under the bed. As she lifted the mattress slightly to access the box, she suddenly screamed. Her scream was so loud that it startled everyone in the house, and even the neighbors could hear it. Everyone rushed into the room in a panic. Snehal's mother kept pointing toward the bed and screaming before fainting. When others in the room moved the mattress to check, they were shocked. Underneath the bed, inside the storage box, was a human hand. Everyone hurriedly removed the mattress and opened the box entirely. What they saw left them in disbelief. Inside the box was Snehal's lifeless body. Snehal's hands and feet were tied with a cloth, and her mouth was covered with a towel. The police were immediately informed, and they arrived at the scene quickly. Snehal's body was taken into custody and sent for a post-mortem examination. A case was registered, and an investigation began. The family's first suspicion fell on Snehal's boyfriend, Hiren Rathore. According to Snehal's mother, the two had been having arguments over the past week, and their communication had significantly reduced. The family believed that this argument might have led Hiren to kill Snehal. Hiren was a frequent visitor to their house, and Snehal's mother was well aware of him. During a search of the house, it was discovered that Snehal's gold chain and her Nokia N72 mobile phone were missing. There were no signs of forced entry, indicating that whoever killed Snehal had entered the house easily and was likely someone she trusted. After the post-mortem, Snehal's last rites were performed. The report revealed that she had died due to suffocation. There were no signs of sexual assault, and nothing else valuable had been stolen from the house. This ruled out robbery as a motive. The police called Hiren for questioning. When asked why his phone was switched off on the day of the incident, he claimed that his phone had been malfunctioning for 2 days, and he only turned it on when he needed to make a call. When asked about his whereabouts on the day of the incident, Hiren said he had been at work as usual. To verify his statement, the police visited his workplace, where his colleagues confirmed that he had been present the entire day. However, when the police requested the company's attendance register, it was found to be missing. Despite extensive efforts over the years, the attendance register was never recovered. There were no traces of Hiren in Snehal's room or anywhere in the house to suggest he had been there on the day of the incident. Due to a lack of evidence, Hiren was released a few days after his arrest. Later, Hiren was called in for questioning again, but the police were unable to gather any substantial evidence against him. A psychological test and brain analysis were also conducted on Hiren, but they yielded no conclusive results. Despite the family's and police's strong suspicions of Hiren, he remained free due to a lack of evidence. The investigation then shifted to include Hiren's parents and other family members. During this phase of the inquiry, it was revealed that Snehal's father, Hindu Rao, suspected. Snehal was reportedly involved in a romantic affair with her relative, Anil Jawalekar. The police explored the possibility that this illicit relationship might have been the motive for her murder. To investigate further, psychological tests, polygraph tests, and brain analysis were conducted on Snehal's stepmother, Kalpana. However, nothing suspicious was discovered. Similar tests were also conducted on Snehal's father, Hindu Rao, but again, no evidence related to the murder came to light. During the investigation, it was revealed that Snehal's relationships with both her stepmother, Kalpana, and her father, Hindu Rao, were strained. Hindu Rao's elder daughter, Sheetal, who was studying in London, also shared a problematic relationship with him and had even filed a police complaint accusing him of physical abuse. Snehal's own relationship with Hindu Rao was tense, and Kalpana was suspected of having an extramarital affair. The police interrogated the suspected individual, but found no solid evidence against them. All the initial suspects gradually fell out of the circle of suspicion, except for Snehal's boyfriend, Hiren Rathore. Although the police hadn't given Hiren a clean chit, they couldn't arrest him due to a lack of evidence. When the investigation hit a dead end, some senior officers speculated that the crime might have been executed by a larger gang. The focus shifted to individuals associated with Dawood Ibrahim's gang, but questioning them yielded no results. Meanwhile, the police continued their efforts to trace Snehal's missing mobile phone. The phone had been switched off shortly after going missing. However, activity on the phone was detected after several days, and using the IMEI number, the police traced it to a man named Mansukh Shivaji Patil, who operated a shop in Kandivali. Upon interrogation, Patil revealed that he had purchased the phone for 35s from an individual who claimed to have found it lying on the road. Patil was cleared of any involvement after hours of questioning. The seller's description enabled the police to create a sketch, but no one, including Snehal's parents, could identify the individual. Months passed, yet the police had neither a suspect nor evidence to solve the case. Fingerprints recovered from Snehal's room matched her family members, but were inconclusive since many people had frequented the room. The fact that Snehal's body was hidden inside the bed, while family members unknowingly slept on it, complicated the investigation further. The police also tried matching the fingerprints to Hiren Rathod, but no matches were found. Despite the family's and police's strong suspicions of Hiren, he remained free due to a lack of evidence. The investigation then shifted to include Hiren's parents and other family members. During this phase of the inquiry, it was revealed that Snehal's father, Hindu Rao, suspected. Snehal was reportedly involved in a romantic affair with her relative, Anil Jawalekar. The police explored the possibility that this illicit relationship might have been the motive for her murder. To investigate further, psychological tests, polygraph tests, and brain analysis were conducted on Snehal's stepmother, Kalpana. However, nothing suspicious was discovered. Similar tests were also conducted on Snehal's father, Hindu Rao, but again, no evidence related to the murder came to light. During the investigation, it was revealed that Snehal's relationships with both her stepmother, Kalpana, and her father, Hindu Rao, were strained. Hindu Rao's elder daughter, Sheetal, who was studying in London, also shared a problematic relationship with him and had even filed a police complaint accusing him of physical abuse. Snehal's own relationship with Hindu Rao was tense, and Kalpana was suspected of having an extramarital affair. The police interrogated the suspected individual but found no solid evidence against them. All the initial suspects gradually fell out of the circle of suspicion, except for Snehal's boyfriend, Hiren Rathod. Although the police hadn't given Hiren a clean chit, they couldn't arrest him due to a lack of evidence. When the investigation hit a dead end, some senior officers speculated that the crime might have been executed by a larger gang. The focus shifted to individuals associated with Dawood Ibrahim's gang, but questioning them yielded no results. Meanwhile, the police continued their efforts to trace Snehal's missing mobile phone. The phone had been switched off shortly after going missing. However, activity on the phone was detected after several days, and using the IMEI number, the police traced it to a man named Mansukh Shivaji Patil, who operated a shop in Kandivali.